This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Ken Patera's pet raccoon, Josh, what a name, wants to know who was Bruce's favorite guest from the Brother Love show?
God, going back, it was all my favorite. Probably was always Hulk because it just was just so goddamn easy, and no matter what you did, you got a pop. I also just loved working with Roddy because we would try to one up each other all the time, and I never knew what the hell he was going to do. So to that extent, that was probably the most fun because you could just get out there and roll. And some of the worst were, Dino Bravo and Ron Bass, rest their souls, that were just god awful horrible, and you had to do the promo for them.
Dustin Nichols wants to know, was Dixie Carter the worst promoter you ever worked for? If not, who gets that honor?
Dixie wasn't a promoter. Dixie was an owner and Dixie was a marketer. There's a big difference. I think as far as promoters, Peter Burkhall's, Paul's nephew, without a doubt, hands down the worst ever, personal and professionally. And then, going through looking at different people around the country, Joe Blanchard was not a good promoter. And those are probably at the top of my list.
Brad wants to know, what were your top 3 produced segments or vignettes that you're most proud of? Do you have 3 that stand out?
The $1 Million Man stuff, Mr. Perfect stuff, and Undertaker building the casket for Kamala.
Dude, you had that shit ready to go.
Well, they stand out.
Rajiv wants to know, did you feel like in your short time with TNA, both times, that you helped make their product better?
Well, yes, I think I made it my first time there. The second time there, I was there as a talent and wasn't there long enough one way or another. However, the first time, I think that I was able to slow it down a little bit and allow it to tell a little more logical stories. That's my opinion. Some people may disagree, and that's why we all have assholes and opinions.
Rajiv wants to know, when you think of your career as a whole, do you have a single favorite memory?
Yeah, I mean, put it all into one thing. I go back to WrestleMania 17 and walking out as Brother Love in the Houston Astrodome in front of a hometown crowd. That was just, that audience, that spotlight, that spectacle was one of those, that was one of my favorite moments, to be able to do that and experience it on a worldwide stage, but in front of hometown. That was pretty intense.
I would imagine your SummerSlam Brother Love show from Madison Square Garden, that's got to be up there too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because again, if you can't make it in New York, you can't make it anywhere. Or if you can't make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. But the Garden's the Garden, and there's something special about Madison Square Garden. That, and it was the first SummerSlam. That, and we were on pay-per-view. It was the largest crowd I'd ever worked in front of at the time. You add all of that into the live production, pretty intense. And that was, I can't remember a time ever, in any performance setting where I didn't go out with butterflies and nervous and thinking about, what I was going to do. I don't think that there's ever been a time in my career or anything else where I was performing that I didn't walk out with butterflies. I can go out in front of a group of 10 people. If I'm the center, I'm scared. I got butterflies. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.